Everything I didn't want to do is what got me to where I'm at today. It's about what you're saying to yourself, but it also comes with work. So whenever I was getting beat down, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever I was going through, just saying, you can't hurt me.
You want to improve? You want to get better? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now. You initiate the action aggressively. You go here and now. The idea isn't going to execute itself. You have to do it, and you have to do it now. You got to stop thinking about it and stop dreaming about it. Just start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen.
You have to have thick skin to get better. You have to call yourself out. If you're fat and you're f***ed up, I want to hear that. I don't want to hear you tap dancing around. And a lot of people don't want to go there. They don't want to talk about their childhood. They don't want to talk about their past. They want to get to the root of the problems, and then they go, why am I not getting better? Because there's a lot of shit in there you haven't dealt with, brother. Why am I not achieving more? Why don't I have drive anymore? Where's it all at? If you don't develop a routine of suffering, and suffering is not like go out and kill yourself every day, it's being uncomfortable. That keeps you hungry every day. I'm gonna go challenge myself for 30 days or for 2 weeks or run this one marathon. And it ends, I did one marathon. That's why it leaves you. It leaves you because you haven't set up the next obstacle. Obstacles is how you grow. You must continue to have friction. Friction is where growth is at. With no friction, there's no growth. I want you to realize that this world, life, is one big head game. You're not ashamed of who the f you are. You're not ashamed of what life made you, what you helped life make you. All that shit, all that bad shit that's now in this big pot that's stirring, you're no longer ashamed of it. We're all f***ed up. Stop judging yourself against other f***ed up people who have hidden it better than you. Once you learn to play the head game, it's no longer a game anymore at all. You can start living your life.
Learning how to utilize your own thoughts to trigger productive action is one of the biggest competitive advantages you could ever develop in life. You have to learn to become aware of the two voices that you have and everybody has in their head. One is the bitch voice. That's the voice that talks you out of all the things that you know you should do. And then you have the boss voice. Like the boss voice is the voice that says, hey, motherfucker, why don't you get your fat ass up off the couch and go for a walk? It knows what you should do, and it tells you what you should do. Your bitch voice says to you, oh man, you've had a long day, worked really hard today. You could take today off and pick it back up tomorrow, dude, and you'll be good. If it's telling you to not work out, then what you should do is you should flip it right away and then go do some sort of workout. Now, do you have to go run a marathon? No. But if you get up and you went for a 20-minute or 30-minute walk where you normally would have done nothing, think of what's going to happen over the course of time and what your life will look like even after 1 year of doing this.
So I've been grinding lately. Every day, running over 20 miles a day, getting up early, going to bed early, eating the right shit. This last week, started taking a toll on me. I usually don't think too much. Get my shoes on, head the fuck out. I've been thinking a lot. That internal voice has been talking to me. Talking about, oh man, you're tired. Looking at my shoes about 30 minutes before I put the motherfuckers on. Pushing back the time of that I go out to go run. So I decided to tape record myself. That internal voice I put on tape. Sounds like a straight bitch when I listen to that motherfucker. So if you ever have a hard time out there, tape yourself. Listen to what kind of bitch you're being. if you want to be great, you want to be best ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes. It takes every second of your life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of people. It is. But if you want to go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you do, you've arrived. You're in that spot of obsession and drive where people are like, what the f is wrong with this guy? You will never understand what is wrong with me. I have this haunting voice in the back of my head. A lot of us have it. We just ignore it. And it was there for years. So I knew in the back of my mind that I could pull off this whatever. Whatever I wanted, I knew I could. I knew that, but I was afraid of the work because I wasn't gifted with brains. I wasn't gifted with God-given talent as far as like athleticism. So I knew to get to where I had to go, to be on the same playing field as these men, to even try out for this program, I knew the work was going to be something that I didn't want to even attack. So I was just putting it off. It haunted me. The voice in my head said, you know what, man? You're going to die never even trying to reach your full potential. And how's that going to feel? So my big thing is when I live my life, I want to make sure that when I'm dead and gone, that I wring that wash rag out, and that wash rag is my soul. And I also believe that we're going to end up one day meeting a maker if you believe in one. And I believe that maker knows everything about you. And I believe that God has a chart. And one of my biggest fears in life was to see that chart and not have every block checked off. You know, I want to make sure that I'm constantly pursuing whatever it is I'm pursuing just to be the best I can, just constantly. grinding myself into a fine powder.